Yeah, same thing we've been doing, preaching since we've started this season is when we don't turn it over and when we don't go backwards with penalties, which we did a couple times, and luckily Patrick Mahomes scrambled around and made some ridiculous plays on third and long for us. He really helps us look like some geniuses on this third down percentages. But if we don't turn the ball over, it's going to be really hard to stop us. And so really proud of some of the young guys that stepped up. And then up front, I thought we had a pretty good game up front, running the football. But Morales came in and Robert Castaneda, they both split time and did a good job for us. So we got to continue to get these young guys better. They're playing with confidence. They're playing faster. So I thought that was the biggest thing is we got some of the young kids that were playing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, what do you think about your young guys at receiver and not only how they caught the ball but how they blocked and just their effort on Saturday?
Yeah, really good. Blocking, we got to get better. It's up and down. They had some really nice ones that sprung some big plays. I thought Jaden High was probably the best blocking receiver we had, and he really didn't crush anybody, but his guy didn't make the play one time. And, on DeAndre's long run, he blocked the guy for 10 seconds down the field. So really proud of Jaden. Made some nice catches on third downs. He's kind of a possession guy, and he blocked really well. So it's good to see him step up in a time that we need him.
With Giles, too, it seems like he's kind of gotten better every single week that he's played. So what have you thought about his progress so far in the season?
Yeah, really good. He's probably as good as we have at when we put the ball up in the air. Him, has natural ball skills. When he times his jump, the way his hips open up, and has great hands. So we'll continue to find ways to move him outside even a little bit to get some of these jump balls verticals because he's really good at it. But yeah, he's getting better. He has a little bit of a quarterback mindset as far as his physical toughness, and we need that to step up a lot. The kid's making a lot of plays. He's going to be a really good player around here, but he's got to become tougher in the run game for us. That's the only knock on him I have right now.
You think over the last few weeks, even with not only Mahomes' injury but being down 3 out of your top 4 guys, you've even been a little bit amazed of the production that Mahomes has been able to create with the lack of starters around him, at least at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, no doubt. He's pretty special. It's fun to watch him create these plays and find people downfield, and how accurate he throws the ball on the run is what's really remarkable to me. But some of these young guys are going to end up passing up these older guys. They're doing a great job right now. They have some real skills on the outside, so we've seen that throughout it. I think the more impressive thing is Pat more so than these young guys. We trust these kids, and for them to get this experience at this time is great. The stretch that we're about to go through here in the last 6 weeks of the season is we're going to play some really good defensive backs. So they'll be battle tested. They've seen the speed, they've seen and made plays during games. So that's the key thing to me is they're getting experience. But we have plenty of firepower at the receiver to win any of these games we have left to play.
You had to feel a little better about the way you played Saturday than maybe previous weeks.
You know what? I would have felt okay except for the last drive when we still have some of our decent players in there to let them go down the field and score. But that's who we are right now. So we got to learn to start fast. You figure after the first play you get an interception, you figure you might play good. But for whatever reason, we have no consistency. We miss a line. We miss tackles. We do all the things bad defenses do. And until we learn to line up right and keep doing your job and do the little things, we'll continue to struggle.
Coach, you talked about starting JJ at safety this week and kind of lining up that way this week.
Trying to get a better tackler, trying to get better tacklers on the field, and then lo and behold, he doesn't have a whole lot of chances to make any tackles. So, it's typical. You put a guy in there to tackle, and he gets the interceptions. If I'd have put an interceptor back there, he'd have missed all the tackles. But it's where we are. At least he caught the ball when he had a chance to. We'll continue to play him back there and hope his body can hold up because, the reason we moved him to nickel and corner was to try to keep him from having to make too many tackles because of his shoulder injuries. But he did a decent job when he was in there.
Where has your defense progressed the most since training camp?
Did you say regress or progress? I couldn't hear you. That's a good question. You know, we need to continue to work on the fundamentals of stance, alignment, technique. So really not pleased in any aspect, because in my mind we're not playing up to our potential, which to me goes back to coaching. Not doing a good enough job coaching them. So we'll continue to focus on the little things, and sooner or later, you know, that they'll get better. I keep saying that.
Such a big difference between what the offense and the defense is doing in the first half versus the second half in terms of yards and points given up.
If I knew, I'd start the game that way. Really, we you know, we're pretty good at making adjustments during the game. It just happens to not show up until the second half. I don't know why. It was same thing happened to me at Houston. Although we played better in the first half, but always seem to play better in the second half. I'm really not changing a whole lot of calls. I know you would never believe that, and I'd love to sit here and tell you I was a genius, but it's not the case. You know, we just need to learn to play from the beginning, and it's not like the other teams coming out giving us a whole bunch of different plays and looks. They're just executing better than we are.